In this video, I want to talk to you about writing the introduction to your iSearch paper. You will need to have the handout for the introduction of iSearch paper. It's called the iSearch Topic Generator, Write the Introduction. This is either on D2L, in your class folder, or it was emailed to you. First of all, let me talk about a few just broad differences between an iSearch paper and a research paper. An iSearch paper is written from first person. I went here, I found this, I discovered. Whereas a research paper is written in third person. Think about the summary responses that you've been writing in independent readings. When you write the summary for that, you write that the author says, or the article talks about, or next it mentions. You don't use first person, but in this paper you will be using first person. An iSearch paper deals with one source at a time, which frankly makes it easier to write. Whereas a research paper synthesizes all sources, so you can refer to more than one source in a paragraph. Finally, an iSearch paper, within the paper, it reflects on the information discovered, whereas a research presents the information as an argument or as support for an argument. I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get to writing, but right now we're just looking for a topic. So here's some questions that will help you find your topic. First of all, what is your career goal? You might want to research something that relates to your career goal. If your career goal is small business, maybe you want to look at why are so many small businesses failing. Or if your career goal is nursing, maybe you want to look at and do some research about the nursing shortage. Or if your career goal is in criminal justice, maybe you want to look at something that relates to that, such as false convictions or eyewitness testimony. We'll be talking about some of those things as we get to the next book. Maybe you want to research about a medical condition or disease or mental illness, something like Alzheimer's or schizophrenia or heart disease or dementia. Maybe there's something that you would like to know more about and you'd like to look at its prevention or cure or diagnosis. Certainly I've had students do a lot of different research, have done research on a lot of different conditions. Or maybe you're interested in social issues, things like poverty or racism, homelessness, delinquency, juvenile delinquency, social media, violence. Again, these are not exhaustive lists. You can research things that are not related to this. These are just ideas to help get your thinking started. And maybe this has made you think of another topic. So at this point, what I want you to do is go to that handout and under number 5 where it says list below a couple of ideas of topics in which you're interested, I'd like you to go ahead and do that. You might want to stop the video and then come back, or when you're done with the video, make sure you do that part first. And once you have several topics, then you're going to narrow those down. You're going to pick one of those topics and tell me a little bit more. So you're going to answer those questions under letter B. I've narrowed down my interest to the following topic: why it interests you, what you know, at least 3 things, and what you want to know. Because what you want to know will become your research question and your thesis. If you turn this paper over, once you've answered those questions, what your topic is, why it interests you, what you know, and what you want to find out, then you're ready to actually write those into the introduction. The introduction includes what your topic is, why it interests you, what you already know, and what you want to know. Let me give you an example, and this example is also up on D2L, Brightspace. So here's my example of my introduction. Now yours, of course, won't have these different colors. This was just to help illustrate my point. So first of all, I start off, I've decided to research child abuse by parents. After having children myself, I know that I can get very angry with them. While I've never abused my children, I know it's hard to keep from losing my temper with them. That is my topic and why I want to research it. Then I go on. This is what I know. I think almost all parents want to be good parents. I think some parents don't know or have good parenting skills and abuse their children by hitting them or screaming at them. I also know that there are different kinds of abuse: physical, sexual, verbal. I know that there's programs that work with parents to give them better parenting skills. So that's the part that I already know. And then finally, what is my research question? What is my thesis? I want to find out more about preventing child abuse by educating and working with parents. So that is as simple as my introduction is. And what I'm hoping is that before we start our research, that you will go and write this and then upload it to Brightspace Desire to Learn, to D2L. There's a place under the Dropbox that will let you do that, because then I can look at it and tell you if I think that this is a good topic or not, and where you want to start your research with this topic. So what I would like you to do then is to write this introduction and to upload it to Desire to Learn. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of how to write your introduction to your iSearch paper, as well as choosing your topics.